I just feel like people just break records like it's nothing now. Like the NBA, Adam Silver's NBA, it's weird, bro. Like,
I don't know if you saw that Bam Adebayo had 83 points tonight. Just, I'm sure you know Bam. What are your thoughts on that and such a historic night?
Yeah, I mean, first thing you think is how, because of, not because of him, but because of the way he plays, And I saw only made 6 threes, but 40 free throws or something like that. Tells the story right there. And the Washington Wizards.
Well, one, I'm going to say it's definitely legendary, the box score, right, the number. But, and shout out to Bam, right? He's just implemented himself in history. And I'm kind of salty that he bested Kobe. It's one of my favorite players for sure. But I'm going to just say this, man. Joel did it efficiently, and he did it in 3 quarters.
Fair enough. Thanks, guys.
Love.
Did you see that Bam Adebayo had 83 points?
They told me when I came in here. A couple people texted me about it, too. But, yeah, I don't really care.
Yo, it's your boy DJP, one half of the Real Life Recap podcast. And today I'm here to talk about Bam Adebayo's historical 83-point night, surpassing Kobe Bryant and now placing him second behind Wilt Chamberlain. I got to say, this is a really interesting feat. But I have to also say, it's like the sports world is acting like it didn't even happen. People are either hating, people are either congratulating, but it's not what I expected to see. So before we get into that, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys. Let's get it.
The NBA is looking like a complete joke. Bam Adebayo, 83 points. Are you kidding me? The most free throw attempts and makes in NBA history.
Bro, hooping and hollering. Let me tell y'all something. I just woke up and saw Bam Adebayo. Is that how you say his name, bro? You know me, I can't talk very well, but look, bro had 83 points. Bro shot 43 foul shots. I don't know if I shot 43 foul shots in one season. Y'all, go Heat, bitch. Y'all.
Man, what can I say, man? Like, Bam scored 83 points, bro. Like, this is not something that I expected from Bam. Like, I know Bam can do pretty much a lot of things. I know Bam can shoot threes, mid-ranges, just kind of just play his role. But Bam is not the guy that I thought was going to be able to break this record, bro. I thought this record would have been broken from like a Kyrie Irving, a Luka. I believe Embiid had a game. He had 70, a Devin Booker, Anthony Edwards. Players of this type of stature, Bam is not that to me. Like, Bam is cool, but to break Kobe's record, I'm telling you, that is probably why people aren't really giving him the credit that he deserves. But I'm going to say from our own real feelings, Bam breaking that record, I feel was done cool, but it was done in like a nasty fashion. Like, that fourth quarter was just something crazy, but we'll get into that. But I will give him credit. His first 3 quarters was beautiful. The man came out, the man hit like 7 threes. I mean, he ended off his first quarter with like 31 points, which is like, wow. I think at the half, he had 49. I feel like most teams would have probably, sat him down at that point. Like, look, this is an easy, win right here. What are you doing? And the fact that the Heat just kept playing them, which is nothing wrong with that. Do what you got to do, play all the way into the end. But it's like, damn, that fourth quarter got so disgusting that I think that's why people really aren't giving him the credit he deserves or just really feeling it, because you kind of played bully ball. Like, you're killing. You're not wrong for being as good as you are, man. Not at all. But it's like y'all was up this entire game. Like, I think what really gets people bothered versus what happened with Kobe was that first thing, Bam shot 43 free throws. That's insane. I mean, I think he hit 36, so that's where a lot of his points came from. But outside of that, bro, it just, towards the end, them trying to make sure he got it was nasty. It was just so disgusting. Like, look at this. Like,
and Johnson purposely missed the free throw.
It did look bad, bro. And I do want to say one thing. People keep trying to do the comparison with Kobe and Bam, and when Kobe did it versus the Raptors, their record, it was very similar to what Wizards are. Yeah, but at that time, you understand with the Lakers were down 20. So Kobe going on that, shooting spree, he needed it to get the win. Like, it was a hero story. That's what makes it such a great thing. And I feel like with today's NBA, man, like, it's so many records that's just being broken now that, like, it's really not even entertaining no more. Even LeBron being in the league this long, trying to get first place in every category, I don't necessarily like it because I feel like, LeBron, you kind of just here and you kind of just playing like, empty stats. But I understand, do what you got to do. If you're this close to the top, why not go for it? And that's the thing I would say about Bam. Like, you're this close to passing Kobe, why not go for it? But I will say that efficiency matters. Making the game look easy, making the game look like it came from you naturally. That last quarter, you looked kind of disgusting, bro. Like, the way y'all was, trying to get the fouls and, people over there, trying to miss shots just to try to just get you to the line. It looked bad, bro. And I will say, I do feel like the Miami Heat needed something this season. I don't feel like the Miami Heat is like the greatest team this season. I think they've been very quiet in the sports world ever since Jimmy left. And I think this is kind of something that kind of they needed just as a city. And I think it's cool. But I can definitely understand why other players aren't really feeling it. And I get it, man. Like, I really do. Ime Udoka definitely has some comments to say about it. A couple other players, Kelly Oubre. And honestly, man, like, I do feel them because they definitely are fans of the game like we all are. But I just think people just respect a certain era of basketball that just doesn't exist anymore, man. I think the era of basketball, as I said earlier, the hero story, I think it just doesn't exist, man. I feel like with this newer generation, they obviously see what's ahead of them. And they say, hey, you know what? If this guy has 81, I could go for 83. And they kind of aim for these, records, but they kind of feel empty, man. I feel like Kobe getting that 81 and being who Kobe was, being able to, win 5 championships and do his thing. Like, I think this is what we want from our legends, dog. But even Bam's attitude kind of after all this, I'm like, you kind of feeling yourself now, bro, because I think even as a hooper, when you really like did something. You know what others are gonna say about it. No shots at Wizards, but the Wizards is trash, bro. Like, they don't have anybody. Like, the fact that Wizards drafted the number 1 draft pick a couple years ago, and the fact that you kill him like this, it just shows you like the Wizards are nobody. And that's why I don't understand when everybody's saying, yo, Trae Young going to the Wizards, it was gonna be this and that. Like, I don't see it. Anthony Davis being there, I don't see it. Like, it's a flex because the numbers on your resume, but it's like, how'd you get that? Who'd you fight to get that? What did you accomplish? What did you have to go through to get that? It was like nobody can really guard you. And that's not your fault again, but it just is not a respectable 83. Like, I give you more credit for the first half. You killed that, bro. But it's just weird, bro. So I don't think nobody's hating on Bam. I think amongst his peers, people just really don't care. And I think everybody's kind of coming to the realization in the NBA, like, we don't give a F no more. These niggas that's playing, they don't care like that no more, bro. Like, people are out there just hooping just to get their check. No one's out there to try to really win. And I feel like, that's what Bam's thinking. Like, no one cares. Let me go ahead and just put myself here to be, second place. Now, my thing is, does this game make Bam an automatic Hall of Famer? I don't think so. I don't even think Bam even has a first team All-NBA. But he's young, and he'll definitely get there. But for him to have this cocky attitude now and act like, whatever. Bro, when you hooping like this, you kind of put a target on your back. Now we want to see this. I want to see what your next few games are going to be after this because, bro, you did something amazing. But, boy, I think even people ain't give you credit for that, bro. People not give you all the credit you want. We will give you credit for getting that number, but it's who you played. That's why I respect back in the day, I think like Jordan, getting 50 on certain teams because the defense was there. It was like, wow. Or even when James Harden was averaging 50, I think 2018, I respect it because it's who he had to face. He was playing all these dudes for a month, killing. Bam, you had a lucky night versus pretty much the worst team in the league. Nobody there, no all-stars on their team. So, hey, be happy. But, bro, you really ain't do nothing. Even your percentages, like, you shot low as 50%. You shot lower than that. It's like, it's just such a weird feat, and I just don't blame anybody for feeling the way that they do feel, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, Miami, they definitely needed something. I think this is what they needed. They definitely should celebrate, but it's just weird, man. I mean, I just feel like people just break records like it's nothing now. Like the NBA, Adam Silver's NBA, it's weird, bro. Like, you adding all these other things into the game now, having this, in-season tournament where the Knicks won a championship, but the Knicks have been struggling since. Like, people are just getting these accolades and they don't mean anything anymore, bro. Like, I miss the old era, man, for real, man. But we'll leave it at that. I do want to say this as my last thing. Some people have really been having an issue with the fact that Bam chose to surpass Kobe versus sitting the game out because I think he had 70 by the end of the third quarter. and people just kind of felt like, yo, you should have just sat out and not passed Kobe. You should show, some love to Kobe. You should show Kobe some respect. I think when you get this close to that finish line, you might as well pass it, bro. But I will give credit to players like Joel Embiid, who had 70 points, by the end of the third quarter, and he pretty much sat out the whole fourth. I do think that's the thing where I kind of can't blame him, because it's like, bro, I'm this close, I might as well pass him. And I don't think Kobe will ever be forgotten. I think we know who had the better 80-point game. And I just think it's cool, but what I do love is that me seeing the fans really rally around what Kobe did at the time and why he needed to do it versus what Bam did. And I think if you're a true sports fan, your opinion is your opinion, but I think we know Kobe had a more impactful 80-point game. I think Bam's was not really that important. Like I said, the Wizards was definitely the worst team, and it didn't really matter. And I think it's cool that he's there, but I don't think anybody will be talking about this 80-point game in the future. I'm not saying ever, but I think it's just one of those hollow 83-point games that's just sitting there in second place. I think Kobe still remains with the most impactful 80-point game we've ever seen. Like I said, Wilt Chamberlain has got to 100. We haven't seen footage on it, but until then, Kobe is that guy, bro. But like I said, I'm going to leave it at that. Bam, shout out to you. It'd be dope to see you do this again versus a team that's more meaningful. Hell, even if you get 60, I think we'll take that. And I know he definitely has the record in Heat history, but I remember when LeBron scored 61 on Charlotte. That was great, bro. It was just like an endless barrage of scoring. Efficiency was there. And I think we like to see efficiency. I think that's what makes those type of games dope. I'm not saying you have to make every shot, but shooting 40-something times, bro, it's like, damn, you might as well get the damn points, because that's a lot, man. I think other players have been able to get there on a lot less. I would say him and Kobe's stats are pretty similar beyond the free throws, but man, those free throws are definitely going to hurt him historically, just when people talk about it, barbershop talk. But it definitely was a cool thing to see. Definitely, we needed this as sports fans. We definitely need to see something new in modern day, and Bam is it right now. So again, Bam, shouts out to you. You did your thing. I wish you guys the best in the playoffs, and we're gonna see, bro. So until next time, you guys let me know what you guys thinking about Bam Adebayo's 83 points. Is it more impactful than Kobe's 81? Any comments, just let me know, man. And we'll see you guys next time on a Real Recap. Peace.